Hey YouTube, Fable2 Fanatic 1 here. Today I'm going to be talking about Xbox 360. As you can see here, this is the bare motherboard of an Xbox 360. Um, Basically, the problem with this Xbox 360 is that it has the heating problem, and for all of you who know what the heating problem is, it is called in gamer terms the red ring of death. For those who've had that problem, and for those who've sent this to Xbox and have gotten it back for a very expensive price of $140, um, there's cheaper ways of doing it, and you really gotta look. I'm only offering $80 for this repair. Um, Basically, if those of you who do not know how this repair works, basically all it is that I repair the thermal paste on your GPU and CPU chips with new thermal paste, because the old thermal paste most likely has turned into tar, and tar does not cool anything down, because that's what's essential for the system is cooling. You need to keep the system cool in order for it to work. So that is what I will do once you send this to me. Another contributing factor or problem with this is that it also has a problem with friction. Basically, when you turn your system on, depending on whatever sounds it makes, it sometimes vibrates and moves everything and loosens things up. And when it does that, it most likely loosens the heat sinks, GPU and CPU heat sinks. And when that happens, basically your Xbox 360 flips out with a error code saying error code whatever E something. It's going to come up with an E code. That basically means that there's something wrong with the hardware in your Xbox 360. It's a hardware malfunction, and that means heatsink. Otherwise, if that's not the case, then it is your motherboard and it is damaged beyond repair. But don't fret, because the motherboard can always be replaced. Basically, all you have to do in order to get a new motherboard, and I suggest to you, is to go onto eBay. eBay basically sells you Xbox 360 motherboards for cheap. If you're the type of person who can't afford a brand, these are, by the way, brand new motherboards on eBay. If you are the type of person who can't afford a motherboard from Xbox, Microsoft Xbox, which they're most likely going to charge you like $100-something, go to eBay, please. Just go to eBay. It's worth your while. It's worth the frustration. Just get it done. If you really are into gaming and you really want to get back on Xbox Live and play with your friends, do this. You don't want frustration in your life. $60 is what they charge on eBay for a new motherboard. If any higher, avoid it because it's a ripoff. $60 is the true is the true amount that they should be charging you for this. Nowhere over $60. If you would like me to, once you get the new motherboard, send this back to me. If you would like, I will install the new motherboard for you. And I will also check that motherboard for any damage that's been sustained onto it, because depending on what you buy, if it's brand new, most likely it's going to be in brand new condition, but still I would like to check it for you. Used, definitely give it to me to check, because if there is any scratches, nicks, dents, or any other wear tear on the motherboard, it's not going to work. So these things are very fragile. Motherboards for this are very fragile. But I will, basically, if you send this to me, besides, motherboard damage, I'll repair both problems for you, even though, you might not have it. I want to check it anyways for you, because you never know. So I'll check the heating problem, and I'll check the friction problem for you. I will put my mod on there for you with the machine screws, which I've done. I put machine screws in place of the X-clamps, because the X-clamps is what basically loosens these heat sinks up to the point where they to the point where the system just does not function for you. The machine screws are very effective because it keeps these heat sinks in place, and that's what you want. You want these heat sinks in place in order for the system to work properly. Um, Again, $80 for both repairs. I'm not going to charge you extra for a repair. I'm going to do both in one mod. I'll do the heating mod. Heating mod is where I basically, once I apply the new thermal paste to your GPU, CPU chips, I am going to hook it up to the power cord for an Xbox 360, and I'm going to turn it on while it's exposed as a bare motherboard. And what that does is, without the fan connected to this, it's going to basically warm up the motherboard, and it's going to kind of liquefy that thermal paste for you, which is very vital because you want it to a liquid state, to where it's wet and it's still cooling your your GPU and CPU chips. So that's a very good mod that I found very effective while doing this for other people. If you're interested, please give me a call or contact me on my email. My phone number is 978-239-7465. Again, 978-239-7465. My email address, if you want to send me like a personal message with any other questions, you can send it to fabler2@live.com. And if you just want to send me a message on YouTube, by all means do so. I'm glad to answer any of your questions. If it pertains to parts, supplies, or just any advice I can give you, I'd be willing to help you. Again, if you're interested, please contact me. All right, thanks.